929, Tanach together, Genesis 12. This is the origin story of the Jewish people, in which one man, Abram, is taken by God to a land that God will show him. He is asked to leave his father's house, the land of his birth, and follow God to a new land. Now the question that we can ask is why? Why does God choose Abram? And this is a question that the Midrash also had. According to our tradition, Abram discovers God, and then God manifests to him and says, now we're going to go on a trip. This Midrash places Abram like a philosopher. He's looking at nature and saying there has to be a principle, there has to be a unifying cause for nature, and it can't be anything that he sees. Therefore, there must be one unified God beyond nature. And then is that this God reaches out and says, okay, you found me. Now I'm going to take you to a different place. In the Midrash, this is also made even more complicated by the fact that Abram's father, Tanach, is portrayed as a maker of idols. So it's not just abandoning his father's household or his father's land, but really his entire lifestyle. And here's the part that is very confusing for me. Abram and Tanach come from Ur Kasdim, the mother of cities. In a time when most humans in the world are living literally in the Stone Age, the people of Ur have ziggurats and priests and writing. And this is all organized through religion and law, which in this case is idolatry, of which Tanach and Abram are an integral part. A maker of idols is an artisan. This is a person who is not growing food in the fields. It's a highly specialized job. And yet, both Tanach first moves to Haran. Haran is southern Turkey and the border with Syria. That is not necessarily a place where they're going to need statue makers. And then Abram further goes to Eretz Israel, to the land of Israel, to the land of Canaan, which definitely does not have cities at this time, certainly not cities like Ur. And although we have this notion that Abram became a shepherd, a nomad, I don't think this happens really until he gets all the cattle from Pharaoh at the end of chapter 12. What marketable skills does Abram have as he's leaving the city, the mother of cities? He has this brand new idea that is pushing him away from the way things are done to a brand new frontier. We have this beautiful midrash that explains that these souls that Abram made in Haran are actually converts, people who are following his vision. And they're following Abram all the way to this new land. This is not a faith that yet has the promised land is not even revealed, but they're going forward. This is the DNA of our people.